dissipated, replaced by a profound sense of oops. "Oh, baby," she whispered, her voice cracking. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." She climbed onto his lap, hugging him with a desperation that bordered on tackle football. "I promise I'll never fly off the handle again. I'm done. Trust me." "Get off me, Angela." Marcus laughed, struggling under her weight. "I don't know if I can ever trust your trust again." Chapter 5. The mystery of MJ's parentage. Just as one fire was extinguished, another was sparked by a chance encounter at the salon. Tariq, the contractor, was talking to MJ, who had come by after school. "You have trouble breathing sometimes, son?" Tariq asked, watching MJ use an inhaler. "Yeah," MJ said. "I have asthma." "Me too," Tariq said. "And I had a whooping cough when I was young and poor circulation in my left leg." "I had that too," MJ said, his eyes wide. "And my birthday is June 12th. "That's my mother's birthday," Tariq whispered. From across the room, Jennifer was watching this exchange like it was a high-stakes poker game. She pulled Angela into the back. "Angela, MJ is 13. You and Tariq had that thing 14 years ago. And have you seen them? They have the same eyes, the same asthma, the same everything. Everything." Angela felt the blood drain from her face. No. MJ is Marcus's son. He has to be." "Were you drunk that night in college?" Jennifer asked. "We were all drunk. It was college. Did you use protection?" "Jennifer, I can barely remember the guy's last name, let alone the logistics of the evening." The panic set in. Angela spent the next 48 hours in a state of clinical neurosis. She looked at MJ. She looked at Marcus. She looked at Tariq. She eventually resorted to a DNA swab kit that Jennifer happened to have in her purse, which raised several questions about Jennifer's hobbies. In a moment of pure slapstick, Jennifer managed to swab Tariq's mouth while pretending to check his teeth for spinach. "I got it," Jennifer hissed, handing the swab to Angela. But before the test could even be sent off, Tariq dropped a bombshell during a conversation about the construction. "Yeah," Tariq said, laughing. "I always wanted kids, but I can't have them. Unfortunate accident in preschool, with a pencil in my front pocket. I've been sterile since I was 5. Angela almost fell over. The relief was so great, she actually hugged Jennifer, who was still holding a second swab meant for Marcus. "So, MJ is Marcus's son," Angela breathed. "God is good. And Tariq is just a man with a very coincidental medical history," Jennifer added. Chapter 6. The Peaches Incident. A few days later, a new crisis erupted. Angela was doing laundry when she found a perfectly rolled joint in the hallway outside MJ's room. "Marcus!" she screamed, her voice hitting a frequency that probably shattered glass in the neighboring zip code. Marcus ran into the room. "What?" "Worse. Our son is a drug kingpin." She held up the joint like it was a radioactive isotope. "Angela, it's one joint. Calm down." "Calm down?" "Marcus, this is the gateway. Next thing you know, he'll be doing anything for a rock. He'll be living on the street corner with no teeth, on heroin, just scratching and scratching." "Where are you getting this?" Marcus asked, bewildered. "My Uncle Harold. They call him Peaches now." "I don't want my baby to be called Peaches, Marcus." "Not Peaches." She began to weep openly. "He'll be on the corner, scratching for a fix, and he'll say, 'My name is Peaches.'" "No." Marcus tried to intervene, but Angela was on a roll. She went to the library and returned with a stack of books titled, "Is There a Crack in Your Family Foundation?" and "When Junior Just Won't Say No." When MJ came home from school, he was greeted by an intervention that looked more like a theatrical production of The Crucible. "Meje," Marcus said, trying to be the cool dad. "Is there anything interesting happening at school?" "I got an A on my test, Dad." "I was flying high as a kite." Angela gasped. "He admitted it. He's high." "Mom, what are you talking about?" MJ looked at the books on the table. "Why are you watching a video called Drugs Are for Jive Turkeys?" "We found your weed, MJ," Marcus said, showing him the joint. That's not mine, MJ insisted. I don't smoke. I'm an athlete. Don't lie to us, Angela shouted. Go to your room. Don't come out until you're ready to tell us who your supplier is. MJ retreated, muttering about calling Child Protective Services. The truth came out an hour later when Miss V, the family's housekeeper and matriarch, walked into the kitchen. She saw the joint on the counter and sighed. Where'd y'all find that? She asked calmly. In the hallway, Angela said. MJ is a drug addict, Miss V. MJ ain't no addict, Miss V said, sitting down. That's mine. The room went silent. Yours? Marcus asked. Miss V, are you partying? I'm not partying, fool, Miss V snapped. I've been taking chemotherapy. I have a little cancer. The marijuana calms my stomach after the treatments. The doctor prescribed it. The guilt that hit Angela and Marcus was a physical weight. They had accused their son of being peaches, while their beloved Miss V was fighting for her life in secret. Miss V, why didn't you tell us? Angela whispered, tears streaming down her face. Because I didn't want y'all to make a fuss. I'm fine. The doctor says 3 more treatments, and I'm in the clear. Marcus hugged her. We love you, Miss V, and we're sorry. I'm sorry too, MJ said, appearing in the doorway. But I still want that PlayStation as an apology for the Peaches comment. Chapter 7. The disastrous dinner party. To make it up to everyone, Angela decided to host a dinner party. The goal was twofold. Celebrate Miss V's recovery and fix up Jennifer with a good man. Jennifer's track record with men was a graveyard of bad decisions. The most recent being a man named Teddy who didn't pay child support and lived in his mother's basement. I don't want to be fixed up, Jennifer insisted as she sat at the salon. Honey, you need help, Angela said. We're gonna find you a man with a job, a car, and all his original teeth. Angela recruited Marcus and Joseph to bring single, successful friends. The night of the party arrived. Angela had prepared a feast of fried chicken, mac and cheese, and gumbo. Jennifer arrived looking skeptical, while Joseph arrived with Richard, Marcus's other business partner, and Richard's girlfriend Keisha. Keisha was Marcus's ex-wife. Her presence was like putting a lit match in a room full of gasoline. Why is she here? Angela whispered to Marcus in the kitchen. Richard brought her. They're serious, apparently. The dates for Jennifer arrived. Scotty, a high school football coach, and Bill, a police officer. They were both physically fit, handsome, and immediately terrified of Jennifer. The dinner was a masterclass in awkwardness. Kinesha kept making comments about Jennifer's weight, and the men kept glancing at the door. So, Jennifer, Scotty said, trying to be polite. Do you like football? No, Jennifer said, chewing a chicken wing with aggressive intent. I like men who don't ask stupid questions. The breaking point came when the men went to the kitchen and didn't realize the walls were thin. I hope you're not trying to hook me up with that sister, Bill whispered to Scotty. It would take both of us to hit that. Right, Scotty laughed. Marcus told us we were meeting nice chicks. He didn't say nothing about a 2-for-1 special. Jennifer, who had been listening through the door, burst in. Let me tell you fools something, she roared. You'd be lucky to have a chick like me. Because I hold my man down. You go to hell with your bitch asses. She grabbed a to-go plate of gumbo and walked out, leaving the room in a stunned silence. Well, Joseph said, breaking the tension. At least the gumbo was good. Chapter 8. The engagement chaos. As the months passed, the dynamic between the friends shifted. Richard and Keisha were getting more serious, much to Marcus's chagrin. One afternoon at the studio, Richard made an announcement. I'm looking for a jeweler, Richard said. I'm gonna upgrade Keisha's ring and ask her to marry me. Marcus almost choked on his water. Richard, man. You sure? You know her history. She's changed, Marcus. She's the one. Meanwhile, Leslie and Joseph were having their own crisis. Joseph had been dropping hints about marriage, but Leslie was terrified. I just don't know if I'm ready, Leslie told Angela at the salon. What we have works. Why ruin a good thing with papers and prenups? Because you love him, fool, Angela said.